talk.
Okay, guys, welcome back to another episode of Salon Talks with Sony. Today I have a special guest, drumroll, my brother, David.
What's
Yay! Okay, so the last episode I started with something about hair since this is a salon-based conversation. So, has anything changed about your hair since you've been older?
I had alopecia for a while.
So, what happened with that? You want to share?
Stress. I was in the Army, as you know how that go. Stressed out with the Army and all of that. But I started getting injections and it started growing back. And now I don't have it. So
very good. I also had temporary. It's temporary.
Mm-hmm.
So I also had temporary alopecia caused by stress. I had like literally the middle of my hair, a hole about this big, gone due to stress. So don't stress out, people. That's just a little tidbit. We start off with a little something about hair. Now we're gonna we're gonna jump right into our topic of the day. I call it the year-end review. So, how was your year? Rate it.
How was my year?
Great. On a scale of 0, and we're actual numerical numbers.
I'm going to say my whole 2024 was like a 3. It was rough.
A 3 is pretty bad, but you know what? Everybody got dragged to filth. So,
yeah.
I believe everyone's 2024 was pretty much horrendous, but I feel like it was horrendous in a helpful way.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't just bad, all bad, and nothing came out of the bad.
Right.
Like, it was bad with some good. So, if you could take anything away from 2024, what would that be? The biggest lesson. I'll say your number one lesson. If you had to sit back and actually give a review of your year, what would you say your top lesson of the year was?
Don't wait on something to happen. Go make it happen.
Very good. Absolutely. Be productive. You got to jump on it. Ain't nobody going to do it. Closed mouths don't get fed. You got to go out there and get it yourself.
Right.
No one's going to do it for you. That's a great one.
What would you say?
My biggest lesson?
Mm-hmm.
To trust myself.
Okay.
Yeah, to trust myself and trust my gut. Like, it's there for a reason. If everybody else trusts it, when I give them advice or when I talk to them or when they come to me about things, they trust it and go with what I say for the most part.
Right.
Why I can't just believe myself.
Right.
So yeah, I think that was pretty much my biggest lesson of the year is to trust myself and trust God.
Yeah, don't doubt yourself.
He ain't never gonna steer you wrong. So we got how many days? Today's Friday, Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Today's Saturday.
We got 4 days till 2025. So, what are your goals for? I always break it up into 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because that first half, I feel like everybody be on crack, be ready to go.
Yeah.
All this energy, you source it out. By month 1, you're done. You're fried.
New year, new me.
So, what are your goals for the first half? Because 4 quarters. What are your goals for the first half? How are you gonna come out of that drop? Because we go up in a real big high, and then that drop happens. So, what are you gonna do to come out of the drop if the drop does happen?
Mm-hmm.
And then how you gonna close it out? So your 2025 map out.
Just staying focused and keeping that tunnel vision and not worrying about nothing that's not important other than, school. Right now I'm in school and kids in the gym. That's really it. So I don't.
But okay, so I feel like that's normal day-to-day routine. What is like a goal that you plan to attack? Like something you plan on getting done, a vision.
Oh.
Something you're getting done in 2025.
Getting an LLC for ATMs. so I can start the ATM business.
A business, you're getting money. Okay, so that's one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your initial top of the year goal when everybody on fire and we all on crack and we beating ourselves up, making it for that first month.
Right.
So after that high drops, how do you plan to reset to get out of that? Because it'll cause a funk. It'll make you feel like I ain't getting nothing done, or I'm not getting it done fast enough. I ain't looking up enough information. This person, that person, the third. It's 2025. I said I was going to do this. Da 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 da. So once that high drops, how do you feel like you'll go about getting out of that funk to keep the vision, to keep the plan?
Just looking at it like I know what I'm doing this for. Like going back and revisiting the vision. Going back and revisiting the vision and why am I doing this?
Very good.
So
Very
that's
good.
really it. I feel like I can't really predict how I'm gonna attack it yet until it comes. You get what I'm saying? Because life gonna hit you. Life gonna always life.
Yep.
So I can't really predict how I'm gonna react. But I know the basic. I'm gonna be able to go back to like looking at that goal and why I set it, and my purpose and my reasoning, and that's gonna keep me back grounded, get me back grounded. And back focus.
That was a great answer. You don't know until you cross that bridge, genuinely. I don't think anybody knows. We can always plan. I think I've learned how to just cope with stress a little bit better, I can say. So when life starts to happen, at this point, it is what it is.
Right.
I think I've learned that I can only control what I can control.
Right.
Outside of that, ain't nothing I can do about
it. Leave it up to God.
Literally. You can sit there and beat the air all you want, cry about it, be mad about it, be sad about it. Those are natural human instincts, so that's going to happen. But after that, after I cry, after I'm sad, because you have to allow yourself that to process your emotions. But after that, if I can't physically get up and do something about it, I let the Lord have his way. And until I can, if I can, then I do. But I think that's the only way I can say that I might possibly be able to get out of that rut that does happen. But yeah, I think that's the only way I'll be able to get out of the drop from the high of the new year is to control what I can, and that's it, and keep it moving. The only way you fail is if you stop.
Yeah.
So if you have to have... Yeah, if you have to have a day, a mental day, have your mental day. If you have to have a mental month, have a mental month. But the only time you fail is when you stop. What else? So that's how we're gonna overcome. What about the summer? I know we're thinking like, well, the summer ain't even that far.
What's my goals for the summer?
Yeah. Because the summer is when everything gets fun and it's easy to get distracted. Everybody outside.
Right.
Especially here.
Right.
So, what about the summer? How do you plan to really zone in, lock in, and focus, even though, I mean, by all means, enjoy yourself. But even though, it's summertime and we're having a time, I'm going to plan to have a time. So, it's summertime, we're having a time, but we still got these goals. We'll be at half a year. By the summertime, by August, by the end of the summer, that's half of the year gone. So, how do you plan on staying locked into your goals during the summer when there's 10,000 distractions?
Like I said, man, just having that tunnel vision, knowing my purpose and what am I doing this for. You get what I'm saying? Because it's going to always be distractions. It's not just because it's summertime or anything like that. It's going to be distractions tomorrow, the day after that. It's all about that focus and staying grounded and having that purpose on why you're doing something.
That's true. That's valid.
So,
well, I'm planning on having fun this summer.
Right. We definitely gonna have fun. So we ain't about to be bored.
YOLO.
We gonna have fun. Get something.
We gonna work and play. Yeah. And I think that's the other thing. Once I hit 30, I realized it's not that deep.
It's not.
It's not that deep. Turning 30 just, I don't know what it did to me, but it did something. And a lot of stuff just don't matter. Right. It's not that deep. It's not that difficult. And it shouldn't be. And you should be able to have just as much fun in life as you do working hard. Like,
You're right.
There has to be a balance. Like,
you gotta be a balance with everything.
Yeah, there has to be a balance. So we gonna work during the winter, and in the summertime we gonna figure that balance out. Because I'm gonna be outside.
That's really my answer right there. Having balance, because being too locked in, then you get secluded from everybody, like how I was this past year. Getting secluded from everybody, and then that's depressing, and that just takes you in a negative mental space, and I ain't trying to go there. So just having balance for sure.
And then it takes a longer time to come back. It's like, be locked in, but don't be too locked in. Right. It's really not that deep.
Or you become a robot.
Literally. Like, and then you try to come back out, and you don't
weird.
even know how to hold a conversation with somebody. It's like,
yeah.
Well, hey.
Well. So,
yeah, no, I agree. Not too locked in. It's not that deep. You only get one life. Yes, accomplish your goals, but then what? After the goals and everything is done, then what?
Then you're not gonna know how to move because you've been so locked in. So
deep.
You gotta have that balance.
I agree. Yeah. I agree. That was pretty much it. This is the end year review. I can honestly say my year dragged me too, but I got my edges back. It dragged me. It took my edges out, but they grew back. They grew back because, like I said, I think I just reached a point where it was just like an epiphany. I literally woke up one day and was like, "That's enough." Mm-hmm. That's enough. Like, that's enough. That's enough. Enough of being sad. Right. Enough of being like overthinking. Enough of beating yourself up. Enough of trying to be the best at being you.
Yeah.
Like, that's enough. Just let life.
Would you change anything that occurred? Like, would you change anything?
I thought about that yesterday, actually. I don't think so. I feel like I needed everything that happened to happen exactly how it happened. For whatever reason, that hasn't happened.
You're right.
Yet. No. I don't think I would ever change anything in my life. I mean, it sucks to feel it as it's happening.
Right.
But overall, I've always gotten something out of everything that's ever happened that wasn't the best situation.
Right.
So.
No, you definitely get some wisdom from each lesson.
Exactly.
You definitely, and you'll be a fool if you don't learn.
And it's gonna keep happening.
Yeah.
That's the funniest joke that God tells us all. Like, oh, you still don't get it.
Here you go.
Here you go again in a different way. Oh, you didn't get that one either. Ha ha ha. Here's another one. Like, it doesn't go away until you're done.
You know what's crazy? I was talking to Tiana the other day, and we were both like, we can't handle no more lessons for the rest of the year, bro.
No, I'm done.
And then boom, I get in a car accident. And then boom, like it's.
That's your lesson to slow the hell down.
I wasn't even speeding.
And the roads were slippery though. I ain't even gonna hold you on that one. That road, the way that road is where he had the accident is actually terrible. And they've been fixing it since I've been in Dallas. So that's another story in itself. Yeah. But yeah, slow down. Slow down. All men. Slow down. No, it's never that deep.
Everybody in Dallas. Slow
Everyone
down.
In Dallas.
Slow down. Slow down.
Use your blinkers. Drive. That too, drive. Because it's either y'all driving too fast or y'all ain't moving at all. Like, just drive. And then drive for everyone, not just yourself. So yeah, the lessons repeat themselves until you pass. It's just like school. You ain't passing, you're not going forward to the next grade.
Honestly, I feel like we're going, as long as we're alive, we're going to continue to have lessons. It's how we get through the lessons.
Oh yeah. And then they're not only for you.
Right.
I think that's another lesson that I learned.
Yeah.
That some of the stuff we go through.
For somebody else.
Exactly. It's not necessarily for us to gain anything out of it other than how to do it better the next time. But sometimes stuff be to encourage someone else and you're just the vessel that went through it. That way you'd be like, bro, I'm telling you, you'll be okay, I promise. Just give yourself 5 more months. But that's really it. 2024 was different. We thought I feel like we all thought COVID was gonna be like, that was gonna be it. That was gonna be like the one bad thing that happened for a long time. That's how I felt, at least.
I didn't.
You didn't?
Because you got to think, when COVID hit, I was in the military. We just wasn't going to work. We were still having kickbacks and being outside but inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all be in group settings anyway, so that's different.
It was a blast for me.
I feel like after COVID, I felt like that was gonna be like the worst thing that's happened in a long time.
Yeah.
But then it didn't. It was more, and it kept happening. And then the inflation thing, and then it was just like, bro, can we catch one break?
Not gonna happen.
We survived COVID to now have to survive inflation. Like, I'm confused, but inflation taught me how to work hard. I can genuinely say, work smarter and be smarter with my resources.
Yeah.
Because in Florida, I was trapping out. It was just a lot of cash. And I was at home, so it wasn't really nothing I ain't need for nothing.
Right.
So all that money was just, you would need $1, here you go if I got it. You need 10, here you go if I got it. Like, right. I feel like it was everyone's hard year again, like universally. But at the same time, I can genuinely say the last 2 years I've probably made the most money I've ever made in my life. The last 2 years have been pretty terrible, but I've learned the most lessons. I've grown the most. My frontal lobe clearly developed because stuff that just didn't make sense makes sense, and then stuff that don't need to make sense don't, and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay.
I agree. Like, and when you asked me what was like one of my biggest lessons, I ain't even think about it, is learning how to have thicker skin, not letting everything bother me. That was like my main lesson that I had to learn. So, yeah.
You know what? I kind of, but not really. I think I learned how to, thicker skin does come with that.
Right.
Set boundaries.
Yeah.
And stand on it. Like, don't let nobody play in your face.
Right.
Even the most minute things, something as simple as your time being wasted. Like, that's still important because that's the one thing you don't get back. You go get back money, you're going to get back the clothes, you're going to get back the car if you lose a car. Right. You'll get all these things back, but time, you can't buy that back.
Yeah, you can't get no time back.
I think that was my biggest thing, which is also having tough skin, because to be able to tell somebody no without feeling bad.
It's crazy.
It's like, why do I feel bad for letting you hurt my feelings? Like, my feelings are hurt. Why am I feeling bad?
Right, exactly. Make you feel like you gotta be the one to apologize. So.
Exactly. And then being okay with losing people because they don't respect you. Like, it just is what it is, because you know I wouldn't do that to you. So if you know that, you can sit there and tell somebody, nah, she wouldn't even do that. She ain't even like that. So why are you doing it to me? So I agree. Thick skin.
What else? Me and Rachel was talking about something the other day. Dang. And not expecting me out of everybody else.
Oh yeah, that was my 2020 2 and 3.
Cause you're gonna save yourself disappointment by not expecting you out of everyone else. Like, when people show you exactly who they are, you gotta believe that.
For sure. That was definitely my 2023 into 2024 as well. When people show you who they are, believe them. Yep. I will make excuses.
And leave them right where it was weird at.
That was me. I said that to you how many times? I'm leaving them right where they weird at. I'm leaving them right where they weird at because it's just weird. Yeah. Why are you being weird? No, that's true. Leave them right where they weird at. And then sometimes that's their lesson. Yep. Sometimes people don't understand.
Because they didn't got so used to being that way.
And everyone around them tolerates
it.
Yeah. Everyone around them tolerates it, so it builds a callus for them. They feel like it's the norm, but no, it's not normal for you to disrespect me. That's what we not about to do.
Right.
So I agree. Leaving people right where they're weird at. I'm contestant number 1. You know what's crazy? I do it. Well, I was doing it anyway, but I just give you a long time. So let's say now I believe you first weekend. Yeah. I got you. I'm done. I'm not even finna entertain you. Like, there's no beef.
Right.
Like, no beef at all. Hey, girl, how you doing? Hey, dude, like, what's up? But I used to give him a year.
That's the problem.
2.
That's the problem.
I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here. I know they're a good person. I know they got it in there.
They can change.
They can change. One day, I'm not perfect either, but I'm not terrible.
Right.
Like, I'm not perfect either, but you're not doing what they doing to you.
Exactly.
Like, I always made excuses on people. It's either people can change or there's room for improvement. Or they show you 5% good and you hold on to that 5%.
No, that's what me and Rachel was talking about. They show you their representative, who they want you to think that they are.
They show you their interview. They show you their interview outfit.
Exactly.
And you think that's it for the rest of the time, and then they come back with a whole new outfit on. And it's like, who is this person?
Right.
No, I agree. Believe people the first time. The first time somebody try you, the first time they slip up and say something that was messy, and oh girl, I was just playing. Oh no, bro, it wasn't like that. I'm just joking. No, you were dead serious.
Yeah, there's some truth in that. I'm just playing.
You were dead serious, and you meant that. So even all of that, no, you're not gonna get too many times to play in my face no more. You max out at a week, at a month, if I'm bored. Only if I'm bored, because then I'm like, well, I ain't got nothing else to do. Let's see if they do it again. Not at this point. It's like let me just see if they do it again. Let me let you dig your own grave. Go ahead. Like, just lay down, pour the sand over, go ahead. But I agree. You dig yourself that hole. Best believe I'm going to close it and put a flower on top and finish off the job. You're gone. But, yeah, it's been a tough year, but I feel like everybody recovered well. Like, even people on the outside that I've had conversations with, outside of us, my friends, and just people watching. I feel like everybody had a tough year, but we all recovered. Like, I stated in a previous episode, I feel like I felt like I got dropped off in the wilderness, but it wasn't to die.
Right.
It wasn't to die.
Learn how to survive.
Exactly.
Figure that shit out.
Learn some life skills.
I can cuss on here. Can I? I can cuss on here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Learn how to make a fire. You know what I mean? Learn some life skills, bitch. How you gonna survive?
Right.
Literally, but being dropped off in that hole is...
Yeah, you either gonna lay down or you gonna figure it out.
Exactly.
You gotta figure it out.
Yeah, but I figured it out. I got out because ain't no way. I just be thinking, like, out of everything we've been through in life... Yeah. Is this gonna be the one thing that takes me out? Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
There's no way that this will be the one thing that actually takes me out.
Right.
And I think that helps me come back every time, no matter what point I hit. I'm like, bro, I've been through 10,000. It takes a long time. I'm not saying that thought happens.
Right. I was about to say,
That's take about 6 months. But once that thought happens, I'm gonna go. I'm ready to get out of here. I'm ready to do the next thing.
Right.
So yeah, I feel like we all got dropped off in the wilderness with just our clothes on our back and had to learn how to
had to figure that shit out, man.
It was military boot camp 101. Like, we all was in basic training. Didn't know what the hell we was getting ourselves into.
Yeah, it's painful while you going through it. But
right.
At some point, you got to realize it's not going to last forever.
Exactly. Nothing lasts forever.
I know it may seem like that shit ain't going to never end. But it ain't going to last forever.
Nah, definitely for sure. Especially the first few weeks of anything bad, it just feels like, oh, this is it. My life is over.
Yeah.
But the sun comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
For sure. That's pretty much it. That was the whole review. We gave it a 0. No, I'm just kidding.
Shit.
We gave her overall 3 out of 10, 2024.
You give it a 3 out of 10 too? What you give it?
Nah, I wouldn't say it was a 3 because I recovered strong. Like, I recovered real strong. But my crash was terrible.
Yeah.
Like, full on accident, totaled the car. But since the bad was so bad, I want to say half and half. I want to give it a 5 out of 10. Because the follow-up was just as good. So it made the bad make sense.
Right.
On why that was there. But that bad was trash.
Nah, I appreciate the bad, but God.
I don't know.
I appreciate you got to go through the bad.
Oh, yeah, the bad.
I wouldn't change it, but I don't know if I can go through the same kind of bad 2025.
I I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm a standing soldier in the army.
Yeah, you can't pay me no amount of money to redo this year.
Now that the bad on a scale of 1 to 10 was a 10,000.
Yeah.
Like it broke the scale on how bad the bad was. But genuinely, no, it wasn't because nobody. Well, I can't say that. You've had some losses, but for me,
yeah,
nobody died. So it was like everything was something that could be fixed, repaired, along with my mental health. Mm-hmm. I feel like as long as I can still think straight and wake up the next day, the bad was terrible, but I survived. Like I didn't die. None of my family died for the most part. My immediate family.
Right.
In Jesus' name, God forbid anything happens. But none of my immediate family passed, so it wasn't anything that was like that could honestly take me out for more than 6 months. And I gave myself a limit. I wasn't trying to be down for a year.
But sometimes you don't have a time, like you don't have a set timeline. Sometimes you think you're good, and then you wake up, and you just got that dark cloud over your head. Like,
no, for sure.
So
healing is not linear. Healing isn't linear. Any process is never linear. It's never straight across. You got
zigzags.
You have the zigzags. I mean, that's indefinite till the day we die.
Right.
If somebody died when we was 5, one random day you think about them and you cry.
Right.
So that's never linear. But I feel like I feel better. I look better.
Right.
Like, no, genuinely, like, I feel better. I look better. Like, even looking at pictures of myself from the summer, I was like, who the fuck is that? Like, I feel better. I look better. Ultimately, of course, you're going to have those days where you crash out. But that's just like anything else. You take that time because it's going to happen. You have to take the time. And I think that's the difference. A lot of people don't have the time to take, or they're not making the time to take and actually get themselves together.
Or they just don't, they don't know how to go about it. Because they ain't used to having that space to be able to talk about these things. So they can't do nothing that they ain't never did before. Or really have any education on about it.
That's true. I feel like, that's why we have this platform.
Right.
Let's talk about it.
Right.
I feel like that's the other thing too. No one really likes to talk. No one want to put their business out. But it's like, bro, you have to have at least, I want to say 2 or 3 trusted personnel.
Right, some outlets.
Yeah, that you can just call and say whatever to without. We listen and we don't judge.
But I do encourage everyone to get into some type of therapy or counseling. Really figure that out.
No, for sure.
Because it's scarce in the Black community. So, I mean, it's getting there now. It's getting there now, but I feel like everybody should have some type of counseling or therapy.
I agree. Definitely seek out counseling however you can.
Right.
And then if you can't afford it, I know a lot of churches do
that
it
too.
For free.
That
so look out for your local church and seek out a pastor or something or someone. A lot of schools have free counseling.
Yeah.
So if you're in school, for sure. And I know a lot of what helped me was to journal. I've been journaling since middle school. I literally still have a few journals that I need to burn from high school.
I bet.
But and it started because I was such an introvert, and I think people get mistaken with me because one-on-one I'm so good.
Yeah.
Like one-on-one I'm great. I crack all the jokes and things, and I'm so much fun. But in extremely large group settings, if you look hard enough, you'll find me in the corner.
Right.
Because I don't know, I just get awkward. And then school too. I think school messed me up with socializing.
What you mean?
Because I was naturally an introvert, but the way I present myself is giving extrovert. So people feel like I should be more
social.
Yeah, and it's really not that. I just like being cute and I'm good at it.
Yeah.
Like I just like dressing up and doing my hair. But that's something that's personal for me. It's a creative outlet. And I think that's where everybody got it confused for me too. Like, it was never a thing of like, oh, I'm dressed.
Yeah.
Like, it's just fucking fun. I like putting outfits together.
Like putting that shit on.
Like, I used to draw clothes. Like, I wanted to be a fashion designer. It wasn't that deep how the girls be trying to be girls. It was never that deep for me. Like,
it was fun.
Literally, it was just so much fun. But I think that gave confusion.
Yeah.
Because I present this and then I get in class and I'm like, it's like, what's wrong with her? Nothing. I'm just scared and I'm shy. And it takes me a minute, but it doesn't take me as long because I gave myself, and that's the other thing too, that's what healing does. You give yourself markers, like, all right, we done made it out. Because when I first moved here, I wasn't hanging out with Rachel like that because she was flying, she was just starting with work.
Yeah.
Rachel was our sister. She was just starting with work, so I would go out by myself all the time. Because even homeboy, he couldn't go with me either sometimes, so I would just go out by myself, but I would give myself 20 minutes. I would put a timer on my phone. Give myself 20 minutes to talk to someone. Whether it just be, oh girl, you look cute. Yeah. Because that'll spark, but it was genuine. Yeah. I would actually find someone who I thought looked cute and say, hey girl, you look cute. And that would spark a conversation. Even if it's just 10 seconds, I accomplished something rather than letting it win, like, and just sitting in my head being awkward, spending money, doing the whole bit, doing my hair, makeup, putting on an outfit, going out, buying all this stuff, and then going home sad
because you didn't enjoy it.
You ain't interact with nobody, girl. You still gonna be lonely because you ain't making no friends.
Right.
So yeah, I give myself, if it's a smaller group setting, I give myself 10 minutes. If it's outside, 20 minutes, you gotta shake that shit. Go to the bathroom.
I tried. I ain't gonna lie. I tried. I still feel like I don't like people like that.
I still don't like people. Don't get me wrong. I'm still socially selective.
Right.
I still don't have a large friend group. I've never had like a large unison friend group. I feel like all my friends have been like separate, very, very small, condensed friend groups. Even when I had a bunch of guy friends, it was like those were my guy friends. This was my girlfriend. Even all my girlfriends were like different. So I was never hanging out in like one large friend group. I was always isolated with everyone. So it really just depends. I give myself the time limit and I shake that shit, even if I gotta walk around. And then I feel like too, because we present a certain way, we draw the attention. So it's not like they didn't see you. Yeah. Like, they saw you, so stop being weird. You're not invisible.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, now they're going to stare at you even more because you already caught their attention walking in. Now you're being awkward. Like, say something.
Yeah.
So I think that's what helped me with the social anxiety. Even though I still get it really, really bad, I just give myself that pep talk to say something because if I say something, at least I know I defeated the demon for that day or that night.
I'm still trying to figure out how to go about it. Like, I tried going to the run clubs and all of that, but it was just too much for me, man.
Take it a stride at a time. But the only way you can do it is to do it.
No, that's
I tell Richard that all the time. The only way to do it is to do it. Like, you can't sit at home and think about how you want to and
you ain't gonna get that time back like you said earlier.
Yeah.
You can't get that time back.
Yep. So. You just gotta do it. Even now sometimes. Like, I don't like making excuses of having y'all or having a partner or having whomever as a crutch.
Right.
Like, some things I will have to do alone.
Yep.
So I make it my thing, like, during the week, let's say on Mondays, like Mondays I'm off for the most part. Like, if I get done here early, I'll just go sit at a restaurant and have a drink. And then do it during lunch hours when it's like people on a lunch break.
Yeah.
And say hello. Or talk to that lady that's staring at you in the line. Because half the time they want to say something too. No. They just don't know how either. So,
see, but half the time, I'm blind. I can't see shit.
Yeah, you can't see.
So I don't even know if they're looking at me or if they're not looking at me. And then when they walk up on me and I actually see that they're looking at me, my face look crazy.
For your glasses.
My face look crazy, just because I just look stiff. But
I mean, that's like me though. I can't hear.
Yeah.
So
like
it could be someone sitting right next to me trying to get my attention, and I'm like,
and they probably
they're like, dang, she ain't yours.
She acting stank.
That's what happened with Keita. The first time we met,
Yeah.
I was working for that health insurance, and she was sitting next to me just talking, and she was like, hey, I was talking to you. I was like, I'm so, and that's when it first started happening. It was real bad when it first started happening. I couldn't hear nothing. She was like, I'm so sorry, I can't hear. I'm wearing a hearing aid. And when I took it out and showed her, she was like, oh, okay, I'll just scream. It's okay, girl.
She said she wasn't gonna let you pass.
She was like, it's okay, friend. I'll scream. Want me to sit closer? And then that makes me awkward because now I'm like, okay.
I mean, but at that point, it should let you feel more comfortable though.
It did though. She broke the ice.
That's what I'm saying.
That completely broke the ice because it made me alienated less.
See, that's how me and Watt was. I couldn't stand the nigga. The nigga was so annoying.
That's pretty bad.
I couldn't stand him. He just kept coming to my room. Cause I was in the army, so we had like barracks and stuff like that. Had to share rooms, and he was cool with my roommates. But he kept coming to our room, coming to our room, and then it just got to the point where me and him was like inseparable.
Yeah.
Like everything, we did everything together.
But those are normally the good friends. The friend that wouldn't be your friend before you their friend, those are normally the good friend because they don't really care about things. They just literally just want to be your friend.
Right.
But yeah, I'm the same way. I can't hear half the time, and then sometimes people be talking to me, and I'm standing forward. It's not that I'm ignoring y'all. I literally can't hear. So I be trying to be mindful of that. I'll pop my ears, especially if it's somewhere loud. I'll pop my ears. I'll go like that. Or if someone looks my way, I'll look at them to try to make direct eye contact.
Yeah.
That way, if they were about to say something, I'm already looking at them so they can say it. But outside of that, I ain't wearing no hearing aids. They're annoying. So
that's like with me with glasses.
I can't help.
You ain't wearing hearing aids. Like, we gotta tighten up. We gotta get you a hearing aid. And I gotta get some contacts. So I just don't like wearing glasses. I
need to go get another test because I haven't tested for them since 2015.
That's a long time ago.
So I'm sure. I don't think it's gotten worse because y'all would have told me by now if it's gotten worse. I feel like it hit a plateau.
Yeah, it's at the same level.
Yeah, if it did get worse, it got worse a couple of years ago and just stopped But I also trained myself to focus. That was the other thing too. A lot of times too, because you can have perfect hearing and be next to someone and can't focus enough to
because your mind is in 1,000 places.
So I've trained myself to focus and read lips pretty decent on days when I'm having bad allergies. But that's not an excuse. I put the effort for it. If I don't hear y'all, come tap me on my shoulder because sis can't hear.
Fact.
So I just try not to be awkward every now and then. But every now and then when I'm awkward, just take it in love. It's not that big of a deal. Give me 10 minutes. Let me warm up. I'm not being weird, I promise. I'm just socially awkward. But not that bad, though. Once I'm good, I'm good. I'm in life of party. I'm ready to go. But that build-up is so awkward. I'll be on my phone for about 20 minutes looking at nothing. Over and over and over.
Going back to the same pages.
Going back to the same screen. Opening my lock screen, changing the lock screen, closing it back out. Putting the phone down, picking it back up. Nobody texted me yet. No one's texting you.
Going to your text threads.
Looking at the text threads, scroll. No one has texted you yet.
Right.
But I feel like that was good. That was a good comeback. I don't want to say a year because the whole year wasn't good.
I don't know about that.
But I feel like it was a good triumphant story where we all survived.
Right.
But it was terrible. It was hard.
Yeah, lessons was learned.
Yep.
Lessons was definitely learned.
So our top lessons of the year. Leave them where they weird at.
Yep.
Believe them the first time. Nothing lasts forever.
And stop expecting you out of everybody else.
I'm still working on that because I just feel like there's no way y'all are distracted.
Exactly. There's no way y'all don't have the same morals and beliefs. Like, that's crazy.
Yes, like there's no way that you think that move is normal.
Right.
Like, you're not okay.
Right.
No, I'd really be shocked more so than anything. It'd be the shock factor because I really give all the benefit from the doubt. Like, it'd be a sprinkle of doubt and all the benefit. So when the bad start revealing this stuff, I'm like, there's no
You gotta
way.
believe it. You gotta believe it for what it's for.
Yep. So that sums up this episode. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
For joining us on this episode of Salon Talks with Sony. Let's talk. Let's chop it up. See y'all on the next episode. Oh, and tell us at the bottom. Everybody's my favorite part in the comment area.
For real.
Tell us how your year was. Let's hear your end of year review on your year. Did you get dragged to filth? Or did you just have an amazing year? You accomplished all your goals, nothing bad happened, you made all your money, stacked all your bread, bought a new house, bought a car, got married. Let us know, let's chat it up, let's talk, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Peace.
Bye.